Okay, Refuse or Refuge by Jeremy W. Kaufman and Rachel Pressman. Anytown, USA. Just another quiet evening. Assuaging the tribulations of daily life behind a series of gates and screens. The moonlight casts a pallor over the forlorn curbs that quickly populate. For a town with a decreasing population, the opposite is true of the local dumping grounds. It seems to never end. Is this place's soul dying? Did it ever have one? Five years later. The remains of dozens of Anytown residents' day-to-day lives tower like a perverse parody of a skyscraper. The refuse seems to cook as the golden sun rises over the fetid, mountainous heap. Another dawn, another indeterminate length of languishing in this place. Valda stares off into the distance. There has to be something more than this out there. I feel bound to this area. But I cannot fight this growing restlessness much longer. Heyo! Hello, Hunter. How goes it? Valdez pensively eyes the Anytown vista from the hill of trash. Have you even thought about what else is out there? You mean like Secrets of the Universe, Stephen Hawking's space and time theories and all that jazz? No, Hunter. I mean, what lies beyond these gates? Seeings of other land. We are bound to this place, but humans try to attack us. They start screaming and whip out their phones, trying to prove that they aren't high or making YouTube videos. Are these sentient pieces of trash? It's also... Let's see, what timeline is this? What are we even doing here? How do you think we got here? I'm not having the birds and bees talk with you, Valdez. That's the responsibility of our failed education system. Oh, wait. I don't know. Maybe Google Maps was really off. What timeline is this? Judging by that sloppy fresh bag of McAvocado toast wrappers and dreams of everyone ever owning a home, I'd say sometime in the early 21st century, bucko. What are we even doing here? Beats the hell out of me. And is it really that bad? Except for the whole humans trying to kill and dismember us thing. We don't have to work or go to school or anything. My circuitry gets a nice tan on sunny days. Then I get to make banana peel forts when it rains. Hunter, you're a toaster. How do you not get electrocuted in the rain? The mysteries of modern science or something. Maybe use those miraculous mysteries to chart a new course. You mean make a run for it? Well, when you put it that way. You think we can make peace with the humans some way? It would be nice if we could. We don't mean any harm. There has to be some receptive human thrown away by society who'd understand. Good luck with that, buddy. You see what's get sent here. Anytown probably has a factory somewhere where all its people come from. Paranoid, afraid of the other, living behind 2 layers of gates. We'd be shot on sight. I think we'll find a way. There's always a light shining through the darkest places. Whatever you say, Valdis. If you want to go on some harebrained adventure, I'm happy to join. It's a garbage dump. It's full of discarded objects and it smells. Let's look. What do you want to look at? Let's look at the refrigerator. An old and grimy refrigerator juts out of the hill of refuse. It's a garbage dump. It's okay. Let's look at waste. Nothing but waste. Let's look at Hunter. Hunter is a corporeal discarded toaster. Okay, so they are sentient refuse. Okay, wait, one more thing to look at. Garbage bags. A fresh offering from any town residents and institutions for the landfill's greedy maw. Talk. So, what's your take on toaster ovens? Preposterous posers. Make up your mind whether you want to be a toaster or an oven. They'll never get bread as crispy as I could in my prime. Okay, so sore subject. Okay, let's walk. It's the gate in front of the garbage dump. The gate is open, but who would come in? Oh, we got a goblin of some sort. An apple head? Let's do a quick save. Let's do a standard save just in case the quick save doesn't work. Look. We got Gus, Frida, Cars, Scratching Post, Q-Stick, and Toolbox. I'm going to take a guess and say Gus is that goblin-looking guy. Gus lounges near the gate, basking in the sun. Being part lizard and part humanoid, he needs to do that. He also keeps watch for the arrival of trash men and garbage pickers, so we can retreat if necessary. Frida. Frida looks out for incoming trash collectors near Gus. She seems to be made entirely of apples and other stone fruit that quickly gets forgotten in the grind of daily life. Let's see. The cars. Cars that didn't make it to the junkyard to die wound up here. This game is made of Unity, surprisingly. Usually it's done with Ren'Py. Scratching Post. The Scratching Post curiously sits on top of the remains of a beater car. Q-Stick. A pool cue, eroded from age, rests against the battered gates. Okay, it's right here. Where's the Scratching Post? Oh, it's this thing. Okay. I thought it was like a winch of some sort. Winch? I don't know. A toolbox with tools of varying degrees of rust forlornly sits on a pallet atop a rusty car. The wood is losing color from sun exposure, but some of the tools look serviceable. Alright, let's go ahead and start talking to Gus. Hello, Gus. Hey, Valdis. What can I do for you? Have you seen any humans out? Some trash men were here about an hour ago. I hid until they left. You know how it goes. Oh, I just noticed the spikes on the top of his head. I think someone just moved or cleaned their house out. It was more than usual in this load. Do you think we'll ever make peace with the humans? We could, or could be doomed to languish here, living among garbage for all eternity. Gus scoffs near the direction of any town. Given that humans essentially put us here, and I doubt this land belongs to them, it's rich that they don't. Alright, let's go ahead and talk to Frida. Hello, Frida. Hi, Valdis. Have you seen any humans around? Some trash collectors about an hour ago. I also saw a person I think was unhoused, searching for a way to keep cool. We're stuck here. No human should have to be here. Was there anything else to say to Gus? Oh yeah, there's two other things. Ever wonder where we came from? Well, my friend, I don't think we were delivered by a stork. Or built in a factory, necessarily. But definitely something human. What else do you think is out there? Hopefully a world where we could find others like me. Though I did find a place where I was scouting for water one night. A safe place to explore? Valdis' heart almost leaps through their chest. Yes, the denizens of any town used to go to a place called the Mall. It's so huge and empty. We could maybe even peacefully live there instead of being picked at by gnats night after night. Lead the way, then. It might not be safe right now. There were humans there once, but they were imbibing something, and I was able to fool them into thinking I wore a costume. But we might not be so lucky. We should wait until we have the cover of night. Moreover, I need your help. What do you need? I'm so hungry, and I won't be able to make the journey until I find some food. My claws are almost getting so long that I need to find a way to file them down so they don't make noise in transit. Scratching post. Once you help me with these, I'll show you the next closest part of the plane. I'll do my best, Gus. Gus is an iguana-centric humanoid. Iguanas love fruit and vegetables. Surely there's something we can find. I mean, Frida is made of apples. But that might be not nice. There must be something someone threw away that could fix the claw situation. Doubt he could just walk into any town nail salon. Let's go ahead and take the scratching post. It's too high up. I can't reach it. Pool cue, maybe? You take the pool cue, fitting it somewhere on your form. Let's see. Let's try to take the toolbox. Upon closer inspection, most of the tools are rusted in place or very dirty, but you liberate a solitary Dremel. You plug the Dremel into your outlet, but it does not power on. Let's try to take the scratching post now. Veldis uses the craggy pull cue to push the scratching post off of the rusted out car's roof. The cue broke, but now you have taken a scratching post into custody. Let's go ahead and give... Oh, okay. Found the scratching post. It works for cats. It might work for lizards. Thanks, I'll give it a try. Ah, it feels great. But while my claws feel shorter, they're really rough now. I need to smooth them out. I guess I could see why someone threw this out. The Dremel, I guess, would smooth it, even though it's not powered. You try to give the Dremel to Gus, but he looks blankly at it. This is non-functional. Can't use it. What else do we have to take? Oh, we grabbed all those. Can we look? Guess we'll just look at Gus. Let's do some more talking to Frida. Where do you think we all came from? I'm unsure, but I believe in a manifestation of energies in the spirit. Something felt strong enough to put us here. Who, what, or why? I don't know. Yeah, let's talk more to Frida. Have you explored it all? I would like to see what else is out there, but last time I tried, I was almost attacked by humans. Then almost eaten by a woodchuck. So I stay here with Gus or Hunter to keep guard. Maybe if there were more of us, I feel safer trying to make contact with humans. Strength in numbers. Particularly the humans that get disregarded. They'd probably be more sympathetic to us. I guess we're gonna ask her if she's willing to be eaten? I have an odd favor to ask. What would that be? Gus is hungry. Do you think you could break off some of yourself? Or do you think you could break off some of yourself if you regenerate? Hold it right there. Even in this world trash world, women are always expected to make these sacrifices. I'm not becoming iguana chow. Gus laughs. It's okay, Frida. I'm allergic to apples anyhow. But even if I wasn't, I couldn't do that. When the trash collectors came earlier, I could sense that yet even more food was being thrown out. So many hungry adults and children, yet Anytown Elementary throws out entire meals and untouched food items. Check deeper in the landfill. You might find something suitable for Gus. Let's see. I guess we still could talk to Hunter. We got a busted Dremel here. I put it in my outlet and it doesn't turn on. Let me see that. Hunter examines and fiddles with the Dremel. It's seen better days, but I think I could find the right working part in the heap here. You know, in addition to the outlet, you've got other mechanical parts aside from your metaphysical matter. What do you mean? I never really thought about myself that way. You've got a busted juicy error for a core. Now on your leg, you've got an electric blanket component that still works, but could barely melt butter. What's a juicy error? An incredibly stupid chapter in the history books. They gave this place a lot of action. I think that's around the time you arrived. It's like a blender, but dumb. You can use it to hold things, and it happens to look real shiny and spiffy. You're one fine-looking and functional trash heap, pal. Oh, you. Me? I got this bagel button. Apparently, humans didn't actually use them. They paid big bucks for toasters with bagel buns that didn't actually do shit. So they wound up here. My bagel button is special, though. It senses human emotions. What? Human emotions? You have a bagel button that senses human emotions? Why didn't you tell me this long ago? We could have used it to ascertain what they were feeling and maybe built a different world together. Calm your tits, bucko. It doesn't take a bagel button to plainly see their fear and bewilderment if we come into contact. No, my bagel button senses human emotions and motivations for why they throw things away. People don't just throw away things, they throw away the abstract. Hopes, dreams, fears, plans, friends and lovers. Sometimes even their own families. Look at all the sports equipment, sparkly dresses, and broken instruments that end up in suspicious intervals. I always sense the dreams that someone threw away and subsequently forced on their own child. Sometimes it's so strong. My bagel button tingles with sadness at how that kid also threw away their respect or even love for their parent. I see. Maybe the humans are rash in throwing away these things. But perhaps they were also calculated and have an actual purpose. Hey, Toots. Doesn't always show up at the landfill, but sometimes you just gotta call waste management on your life. Anyway, while we're talking about all that, the chip I found for your Dremel should be ready to go. You should be able to use it now. Let's give the Dremel. I found and fixed up a Dremel. Should help smooth your claws out. Thanks. Let's give it a try. Much better. Got nothing left to give. Let's go ahead and save. And walk. Let's look through the trash. Waste, nothing but waste. Let's look in the garbage bags. Search. Okay, there we go. Searching through the trash bags, a shocking amount of perfectly intact produce is revealed. There's some shriveled potatoes, stale and limp celery stalks, and knobbly oranges, but also a fresh batch of carrots, which you pocket. Okay, that gives us food for the iguana. Let's give. Found some carrots. Oh, I love carrots. Thank you, that was delicious. Okay, Valdis. You got what I needed, so I'll take you to the abandoned mall. Excellent. I yearn to get out of this place. We need the cover of night, so let's wait until then. I guess leave? After waiting for the sun to go down, Gus guides us down a long and desolate road. I like the movement. I mean, I get this was made for a jam, so can't expect, you know, accurate walking. The stretches of asphalt are interrupted by the sound of occasional car. It's an impressive vending machine. It's got chicken nuggets and braised beef. It looks like there's a can of it in here too. Finally, a grimy and faded edifice looms into view, and Gus leads us to a doorway that looks like it was rather grand at one time. This is it, the abandoned mall. Shrine to the ghosts of consumer spending past. What was this place used for? It seems to stretch for miles, but it's completely devoid of life. Long, long ago in a galaxy far, far away. Okay, just any town about 30 years ago. Humans congregated to buy things and while away the afternoon at 2 in the food court. An afternoon or two in the food court or at the movies. My grandmother was a blender that wound up in a Mears department store here. Now it lays empty. No one knows what to do with it, so it stays empty. It's probably the only place in any town where we're safe. Ironically, I believe the landfill was less full when this place was at its heyday. Yeah, if I have kids or grandkids with the same components as me, I doubt they're as sturdy. Suddenly, Hunter alertly stands up straighter than a ruler. Whoa! My bagel button is hyperwarping here. Hunter looks to the right. I sense a deep desolation of this place. I think there's not only some sort of kind of life here, but I just overall feel this wretched sense of loss. While there's so much to explore in any town and the world, Veldis and their friends found a new home in the abandoned mall, taking up residence in the glass-ridden remains of the Grape Julian stand. The end. Or is it? So that was Refuse or Refuge. The name makes absolute sense. So I said this